Good morning. This is Bev. This is the Bev D Show. It is August 29th, about 7:30 in the morning. Hey, I just had a couple of thoughts before I hit the road on my way to work. And literally, you do hit the road. You never know what you're going to get. This is a place called 77 North and South, and you can just be sitting there for no reason. No reason whatsoever, just gridlock traffic. But that lets me know there's a lot of people up there, up and about, on their way to work, having a good time, listening to music, all that good stuff. So I want to leave you with questions. It isn't really so much me talking today. I just want to stir up some thoughts and get some feedback from you guys. If you want to, you can message me or you can comment when I share the little vlog I'm doing here. But every morning when I'm getting ready, I am aware. I am aware of what my thoughts are. And what I mean by that is they go everywhere. They go from family to work to I am a girl. I love makeup. I love clothing to my makeup. How's it going on? Sometimes it goes on really smooth. Sometimes when I'm doing my hair, it's like, how can this same head of hair look so much better today than it did yesterday? And we call those good hair days. And that kind of sets the tone for what I think my day is going to be. Imagine that. It's a good hair day. So today I'm having one of those. But anyways, I was thinking, you know that commercial, and I wish I knew. I'm in the world of advertising, and I do know the question, and it goes through my head all the time, but I'm not sure what the commercial is. I know it's a credit card commercial, but they ask, what's in your wallet? Hey, what's in your wallet? I think that's kind of really cool. And you start thinking about that and what each other has in their wallet and what we cram in there. Or are we really organized person and everything's laid in order? Or do you just have it stuffed full of receipts and it's letting you know that, you like to spend money? But I started converting that into all of those things. I could probably empty out my wallet when I go to work today and find out what I've done the past week. Probably pizza receipts in there, because I always make sure that it's okay and that the right amount was charged to my account. Some gas was purchased, doing some things to the house, so probably got a couple of receipts in there for the things that we're doing here at the house. Kind of tells me my week's activity. And so then I started thinking about what's in your brain. And I want you guys to think about that. As you're thinking about what's in your brain, think about what's in your brain. What do you allow? Where are you allowing your thoughts to go? Because our brain is something that is controlled by us. We can allow it to run wild with really scary, negative thoughts. How am I going to pay my bills? Am I going to be able to make enough money? Am I going to be able to make enough sales? Am I going to be healthy? I need to go to the doctor. I went to the doctor. I didn't like the results. You start focusing on maybe what they told you and the medication that you have to pick up, or thinking about a friend who's sick, and we just go all these places. At least I do. But if we start thinking about how we clean out our wallet or our purse or our house and we throw stuff away, some of those negative thoughts I was thinking we could possibly get rid of too. So when that negative thought comes into your mind, counter it with a positive one. Instead of worrying about, are you going to make your sales, pick up the phone or send an email or go visit a potential client and close that deal or do something toward getting it done. If we're worried about the money that we make isn't enough, start thinking about your craft. Start thinking about how you could possibly do something else that you love or that you're passionate about to make extra money. And maybe that actual thing would turn into your full-time job with all the love and passion that you ever dreamed of. If we're worried about our health and we are taking medication for it, We could counter that with, okay, I'll take the medication, but in addition to that, I could be doing these things. Think about the positive things that you could be doing to help yourself to get better. And just giving that some thought today. Wanted to leave you with it, and it's a little game I play, and it's, there has to be negative force in our life. There just does. If you think about a tree and the wind and the rain and the way that as a young tree starts to grow, if there wasn't wind, it wouldn't become strong. I read a story about the redwood trees, and the whole time they're growing, they're dropping these little seedlings. And as the seedlings start to grow and turn into little baby trees, it takes the wind to blow against them to make that trunk become strong. And the book that it was related to, I read it many, many years ago when my mom passed away, and it's called Motherless Daughters. And in that book, she talks about this tree. And eventually, they call it the mother tree. Eventually, that tree will die. And that in order for those other trees to grow, and they're all around the mother tree, in order for them to grow, the mother tree has to die or be cut down. And life is like that. You lose certain things in your life to, believe it or not, help you become stronger. You get wake-up calls about your health to help you lead a more enriched, joyful life. So, man, thinking about that book and my mom and everything kind of got me. Straighten up, Bev. Fly right. So as you're going through your day, start thinking about those thoughts. See, I just thought about that book, and it really got to my heart and my soul. And it reminded me of when we lose things, we can either stay in that loss and be ever so sad all the rest of our days. We can always reflect. I miss my mom and dad every single day. I wish I could tell them about my daughters, and not in a spiritual way. I wish I could, sit in a physical way and talk to them about it. But that's just not the way it is, and it's not the way it's been. My dad died when I was 21, and my mom died when I was, I believe I just turned 37. And my youngest daughter was just, I think it was 5 months old at the time, and I'd had my 3 little girls, and we lived in the Chicago area, suburb over there called Bolingbrook, and we were trying to make a go of it, all of our family in Ohio, and Mom passed away before I could physically say goodbye to her. We had a great conversation on the Saturday night before she passed on the phone, but yeah, I had a really rough go of it. But I had to make a decision. I had other human beings that were counting on me to be strong. And whether you have 3 little girls looking into your eyes every day as you're crying your eyes out, or they're bloodshot from crying and not sleeping, there are people that count on you out there. So when you get these thoughts or these nervous thoughts or this nervous energy or how am I going to get that done, focus on what you can do, not what's entering your brain. Be aware of it. Be aware that it needs attention, but really start paying attention to the thoughts that are entering your brain that might be affecting your entire day. So I ask you, do me a favor, do a little exercise, and as you're driving in your car, your commute, or you're just doing a mundane task and your brain has the opportunity to run wild, pay attention to what's going on in there, because it is affecting your soul, I promise you. And that if those things happen, and they will, and you will think those sad or negative or scary thoughts, play that game. Play that game and try and counteract it and take control of your brain and your thoughts and watch how you flourish. So don't worry about being overweight and you've gained too much weight. Instead of worrying about how you feel or look in your clothes, then just stand up and start doing something about it. Stretch. Eat everything you love, but less of it. Eat less, move more. You know, don't rob yourself of the things that you love unless it's affecting your health. But, you know, get up and take a walk, stretch. So instead of all of that worry about how are you going to lose that 50 pounds, start doing something about losing that 50 pounds. And I close today with a little, I love memes on my Facebook page. I do. I can't help it. And one of them that came across, there's a page I love. It's Purple Clover. And I don't know who this human being is, but if I didn't know any better, I would think it was me in my sleep, because this person thinks a lot like me, and I love this page. Well, this particular meme came across, and it's getting some activity, and it says, whatever you're doing today, do it with the confidence of a 4-year-old in a Batman t-shirt. And a lot of people are liking and laughing and all that. And that kind of sentence, whatever you're doing today, do it with the confidence of a 4-year-old in a Batman t-shirt. The reason why I think that, why it struck me, is because I can picture that little 4-year-old and how they're so fierce and they've got so much energy and confidence. And they just are going to conquer the world in their little Batman cape or t-shirt. And we dress up. And so put yours on. Skin tight, 4-year-old size, and have a great day. You know, do it with the confidence of a 4-year-old in a Batman t-shirt. Hey, what's in your brain? Give it some thought. Write down and get rid of those negative thoughts. It's like math. Counteract it with a positive. I love you guys. Hey, remember, if it's a good thing, you're worried about doing it, you're afraid to do it anyways. We call that courage. And oh, by the way, if you're feeling a little bit lonely out there and nobody loves you, I do. Have a great day. This is Bev. This is the Bev D Show. Love ya. Have a great day.